Welcome back, everyone, to the show. That song was good. I've never heard that song before during the break. I need to play that.
What was it?
Well, that was a weird audio thing.
That was
Faint.
me.
Okay. We Won't Be Alone by Faint. Do you have that one?
Is that on the newer Monster Cat?
I maybe. I don't know why I've never played that song. That song was actually good. I enjoyed it. Anyways, welcome to Drop Frames.
Dude, I've been listening to Children of Hell by Muzzy on like repeat. It is my new open.
Is that
song.
from Monster
That's
Cat?
right. You paid.
Yeah.
You paid me for that
What?
one night.
Yes, I did. I did.
You donated for that one night.
I unfortunately wasn't around because you had like a nice little queue built up at that
I
point.
did.
Wait,
How'd
what
you
is
like
it?
that pretty long queue.
Muzzy?
It's Muzzy Children of Hell.
It's Monster
When
Cat?
when I saw the word Muzzy in children, I was like, "This is gonna be How to Learn French by Muzzy, isn't it?"
Je suis l'Angevie.
Oh, wow. This came out in May.
Aujourd'hui.
I've never heard this.
I'm a
I'll have to
little
listen to
girl.
this. We'll play that at the outro of the show because it's Monster Cat. I've never heard it before. Anyways, we're in a good week of gaming, guys, because a game that I had no interest in playing in, no interest whatsoever playing. I've never had interest in the previous installments of Total War, but Total War Warhammer is a fucking hell of a game. I don't even know why I never have touched those games in the past, but I did 2 12-hour streams back to back and then another 6-hour stream the next day, and I just lost myself in that game. It's just one more turn, the video game. It truly is one more turn, the video game. Zeke, if
I didn't pick it up. I was there was plenty of New Game Plus action going on it.
yeah,
And I've just like this whole week has just been focused on the St. Jude shit, and
Yeah.
I missed out on all kinds of stuff because I'm stressing out. But I only have 2 more days, so I'm good.
okay,
But
there you go.
yes, I missed it, so I'm done.
Me and Strippin and Co was playing as well. He's played the co-op as well as the single player. Me and Strippin, I would call him a competent leader in game, but that might be
I mean,
that might be a little bit of a stretch. He takes so long to fuck. No, we were playing the co-op campaign, which is an awesome thing. I don't know if this has been another. I have no idea what's been in other Total Wars. I don't think this has been in other Total Wars. But it's a co-op campaign. You guys are both on the same map. You're both.
Oh, real quick. Co-op has been in other Total Wars, but it's been notoriously buggy.
Oh, okay. So we played it on last Thursday, and the next day there was a new patch that had a launcher and it fixed every bug that I had on Thursday night. Which I guess was like the we were playing like the review build or something like that. I don't know, but everything that was wrong with that was fixed the next day, including the FPS. I had some slight FPS issues that evening, but it's also, for whatever reason, people like watching this game on Twitch, and I don't know why. I think it might just be like all the fans of the Total War series finally getting their due, that their game's finally being streamed on Twitch, because they can backseat the fuck out of everyone, and I'm completely okay with it because it's so hilarious when you're fighting in like an intense army situation, and the chat's just like, "You're not supposed to move move the goddamn cavalry all the way over on the other side of the map and then run him through his infantry, and that's going to cause him to knock down, and then bring in the archers." And they're very
Why
good
are
at the
your
game.
pikemen attacking swordsmen? There's clearly a large enemy right next to him. Don't you know the bonuses? I mean, what is this guy doing? You're being flanked on the right.
You're fighting
What
up
is going
a
on here?
hill? Why are you fighting up a hill, you fucking moron? You're
Why
going to
are you
lose that
allowed to
fight.
stream on Twitch?
Why
This
did you
sounds
get
like-
this
this
game
sounds
and I
like The
did?
Sims.
That was good.
This sounds like the Sim City game all over again.
100%. The number one comment, though, that I really enjoyed is, why does this streamer have this game when he's so fucking awful at it? And I would always say, because I would get more viewers than you would any day. And that's all I would say. It was the
Drop
best
the mic.
response. It was the
King
best
shit
response. But really, back to the actual game. This game's fucking awesome. This is not the most riveting gameplay because it's fucking zombies versus zombies, and it's like super goddamn slow. They're just like trash units. I'll have to find something better to play, but man, I cannot actually recommend this game more. Co, what are your thoughts on it?
Okay, here's the thing. Total War is a universe that has had very little interaction with Twitch. Warhammer is a universe that many people on Twitch love. And combining those two has brought this level of strategy. And I never thought I'd be streaming a Total War game.
Same here, man.
Never. However, not only have I streamed it pretty much every day for the past week, but I'm streaming it all morning tomorrow, maybe even afternoon if I finished Far Harbor, Fallout 4. And I have had nothing but a blast doing it. I've done the Dwarf campaign. I'm working on an Empire campaign. I did co-op with Bike Man for like 3 days in a row. It was an absolute blast, but mostly because Bike Man is absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
But I've never played a game where, let me just say this. This game is a perfect example of easy to learn, damn near impossible to master.
Yeah.
Like you can get the basic idea of how to play the game. Like I played my dwarf tutorial, I kind of understood what was going on. You know, I felt like what, and by the time I got to the co-op with Bike Man the second and third time, I was like, okay, I know what's going on. But the level and degree of difference of applied strategy of understanding what type of units need to be moved up and how to properly block and how to avoid flanking and how to siege a city and how to probably take the walls down and how to properly enter the city, which is what I'm wrestling with right now. Like there is, and then you add to the fact that each of the races plays completely differently.
100% completely different. Yeah.
Dude, I haven't played Chaos yet. I am looking forward to playing Chaos like I would be looking forward to playing a new game.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
that much difference.
It's actually
in the different sides.
My understanding of Chaos from Strippin playing it, as well as saying it's very hard, is that there's no buildings. You just fight.
Yeah.
Which sounds awesome.
Greenskins, I've never played Greenskin, so the idea of fightiness and like getting random 20 deep armies for WAs and stuff like I can't wait to try those. But the short answer is like I am blown away with how much I enjoy this game.
Same here, man.
Not only is it a fun game to play, but there are very few games where you can hit one button on your keyboard, which is K, and it's like watching a damn movie.
Yep.
And you put that control in the right hands, and I'm going to go right back to Bike Man on this, and you can get incredible cinematic experiences. Like, you know, you have two armies rushing each other over this massive field. You know there's nothing you can do for the next 10 seconds. So you pop in K, you scroll your mouse wheel down to get on ground level, and it's like Braveheart.
There you go.
You're just like you're scrolling in front of a giant army. Every single unit you can clearly see charging. You see them interact. Some of them are jumping at each other with axes. Others are kicking others in the face. There's people flying. Like, dude, at one point I was chasing down a hero with a dwarf, and this dwarf, literally, I zoom in, he jumps up in the air, kicks the guy in the back. The dude rolls over. 3 more dwarves come up behind him, and all 3 of them jump up in the air with their axe over their head and just boom, and the third one gets the kill shot. And literally, I started cheering.
Yeah,
it was
that's
like
awesome.
watching the end of a Hollywood movie. I mean, and you get those moments all the time in this game. So the bridging factor was Warhammer. Like Total War has been cool. I've always thought it was kind of an interesting game, but it never really grabbed my interest because I'm not really into historical games.
Right.
I'm not really into historical strategy. I'm historical anything really. I'm a lame guy in that regard. But to have Warhammer, which is something I've always loved, kind of jammed into this universe, it's a perfect marriage of universes. And not only has it been fun to play, but it's been huge on
It's gotten
Twitch.
super good views, yeah.
Like my buddy Burke Black, his channel has 10x.
I saw that,
He
yeah.
played Stellaris, bumped him up a lot. He's now a total Warhammer streamer. He's gone from averaging, 100 viewers to 250 to 1,000 to 1,500 in Stellaris to now 2,500 plus.
He's been over 3K most nights when I've tuned into him, yeah.
Absolutely. And now all that hard work he's been doing for the last couple years in laying the foundation and coming up with all the unique features of his channel, his sub alerts, his raids, all these animated backgrounds and graphics. Now I'll sit in his channel in the mornings and just watch as people are like, whoa, this guy has such production value and these are so cool and I love this and all this stuff. And it's like, there you go. That's hard work on Twitch. Like this is it. You're watching it unfold in this dude's channel right now. And it's great. It's a beautiful thing. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's been nothing but fun playing this stuff.
It's one of
watching what it's doing to other people's
That's
channels.
one of my favorite parts, just watching this fucking general run away and then the other general slowly goes across the stream. And the other thing too is with the zombies. If you play Michael Jackson's Thriller and you zoom in on the zombies, it's just this horde of zombies, like, I don't know, 50 by 10 deep and wide. They'll fucking go in the same movement. And it just looks exactly like watching Thriller, and it's so fucking hilarious to do. That's one of my... If you ever play Undead, definitely just do that right from the start.
For those in chat, give me 1 second. I'm getting a link to Burke's stream.
Yeah. We'll link it up in the chat. Zeke, I will say if you play this, do what I did and don't play the tutorial.
Okay.
Because 1, it's a really fun learning experience on your own. Okay. And 2, chat will like turn into the biggest crybabies in the world, and I loved every second of it. And I actually played along with it. Like I didn't.
JP, at one point, I had to sub mode.
Really?
There are a few times where it gets aggressively backseating.
That's true.
Like the line for me that absolutely killed it for me, and I'm sure now that I'm going to say this, my next Total War stream is going to be nothing but this.
There you go.
At one point, I was trying to do all these things at once, and a line broke through.
Yeah.
And I was like trying to reposition, and I look over in chat, and there's just one guy, and he's like, "Can someone tell this streamer to please play the damn tutorial?" And I was just like, "You know what, dude?
Dude,
I'm 14 right now. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should,
but the real question is, how do you deal with getting asked the same question over and over again?
It's interesting because that is an excellent question.
We should actually, what we should do is make a Twitter account, and it's like, name it like Streamer Triggers or something like that. And we'll just put the quote and then put like a dash, and then we'll put the streamer name that it triggered out of. And any streamer can submit a link to that or a phrase to this, and we'll just constantly have it updated with just, things that triggered the fuck out of someone. Because I have like 4 or 5 of them every single day. And it would actually be really funny because some of that stuff is like the most niche, like very specific things that'll just piss you the fuck off so fast.
The only thing that pisses me off more is I do this weekly talk show called Drop Frames, and people tell me I look bored on it.
Look. You and Jeff should actually, you and In Control should have a conversation about that. Because Jeff, someone that I've done shows with for 6 years now, 5 years now, State of the Game, role playing, all that stuff. That's been his constant, is that he always looks bored on stream. Or he always looks mad on stream. And I think now he's gotten enough of an edge where he just doesn't care. But there's been times where he's just been like burst out. I'm not fucking mad, you idiots. And everyone's like, you just called us fucking idiots and said you're not mad. Like, of course you're mad. So you should talk with him about it because he definitely 100% understands with that. Total Warhammer, though, Zeke, I definitely think you would enjoy this game.
Okay.
And I think you could have enough, like, I know you're into, like, the theatrics and stuff like that. If you acted like a commander of an army, but were really bad at it,
oh, I'm planning on being bad at it.
It would be I'm not saying you have to try on that part. You don't have to try on that.
I'm planning on making the worst calls in battle ever.
Yeah, just retreat.
No, we're too scared. Run away. Keep running away. Do not fight them. Run away.
So I'm supposed to always put my archers in melee mode and just line them in the front, right? Because they got bows. That means they got to be good with knives and shit.
Where's the parlay button?
Yeah. And then the other thing too is, Zeke, try to find someone to play co-op with you that will be very talkative. Because like for me and Strippin', and I'm sure this is the same for Co and Bike Man, like it was so fun doing co-op battles, like these type of battles, because you can gift units to your friend in a fight, and then he controls those units in that fight. And so sometimes with Strippin', he'd give me a bunch of units, and I wouldn't know what the fuck I was doing because I don't play that race. And he would give me like, all right, you're gonna take all these spider riders, and that's who I want you to control. I'm like, great, fantastic, they look cool. 5 minutes into the fight, yeah, do you have any more units for me to control? Like all the spider riders died somehow. I don't know what happened. It was those archers they have are just bullshit. This game's so fucking lame. I'd just be laughing because I just didn't know what I was doing with them. It was super, super fun, and we lost a lot of fights with that.
Dude, me and Bike would just give each other our named units. so we could like go around and RP like single guys. So like I'd have my whole army and I'd just give Bike my hero, and he would like run around like a single player RPG.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, dude. And the heroes are strong, especially on. I don't know about dwarfs, but on orcs, there were some fights Strippin would literally. Granted, it was like a 60-40 fight when he would like enter into it, but he would just send in his hero alone against like 5 or 6 sets of units and just win. He would just go in there and you'd fucking see this giant orc with armor and a giant fucking axe just like swinging and taking out like 10 people at once, and they would just go flying back. It's so awesome to watch.
And some of those heroes, if you level them up properly, like they're nearly unkillable.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
at one point I had a hero that got sectioned off on the side and he got completely surrounded by a melee unit. And he just sat, and I was like, okay, he's probably dead. And I went back and focused on the rest of the fight. And at near the end of the fight, I scroll back over. This dude is like 1v5ing. He killed like 50 dudes.
Yeah, dude.
His damn axe. He was at like 80% health, and there were 5 dudes left. And by the time I scrolled over, they started running.
Yeah.
I was just like, what kind of boss is this? Like, this is like Hollywood movie. Again, it's just insane. But it's kind of funny because if you don't spec your heroes properly, or if you don't use the right heroes, like if you're Empire, you can get spellcasting heroes, like some serious spellcasting heroes. And I made the mistake of trying to send him in early, and dude, they get massacred.
Yeah.
They literally get massacred. They have really cool spells, and if you use them properly, they're really powerful. But if you use them like you would like my dwarven heroes, but dwarves don't have magic, and that's the first race I played.
Right.
So I would get used to sending every hero like right into the thick of everything. And then I played Empire, and they're like spellcasting heroes and light mages and stuff like that. Oh no, different ball game.
Yep.
So a whole new set of strategies to
Dude, for the undead, we were talking about how all the races are so different. Sorry, for the not undead, Vampire Legion or Vampire Counts, I think is the name of that race. If your hero has like an aura basically, and if your units go outside of that aura for too long, they start dropping HP like super, super drastically. And if your hero dies, you have like a set amount of time before your entire army just dies because they lose, they come out of control from this unit.
I've seen that mechanic, but I haven't understood exactly how
it happened to me in a fight. I was like, what?
Like zombies and shit. They'll deanimate.
Yeah, they'll deanimate. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I've had that happen in a few fights against them, and I didn't quite understand what was going on, but that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, it's a lot. And I don't know anything about Chaos, and I want to check them out too. So,
Bikeman has played a single player Chaos campaign. He said it was like he was supposed to go to bed early and get up the next day so we could co-op. And I get on, and he's like, "Yeah." So I started playing Chaos. It turns out they're really fun, and I stayed up all night.
Yeah, it has that effect.
It was that fun.
Me and Strippin started at 6 o'clock, and I think we finished each morning at like 7 a.m. and we just like lost track of time.
Oh, quick note on Chaos, by the way. If you are interested at all in Total War, about the game we're talking about right now, if you get the game right now, the Chaos is an expansion. It's a DLC, and it was pretty cool. They made it so for the first week of the release, it's free.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's totally free right now. You can play it and do all that stuff. But I think after the first week, it then becomes a DLC.
Interesting.
So if you're interested in getting the game and playing Chaos, you may want to do it sooner rather than later.
Fantastic. Well, cool stuff. Yeah. Again, this is one of those games that, for I think both me and Co, just surprised the hell out of us. Like I did not expect myself to play this and be like, I want to go play some more. I want to play 30 hours of this in 3 days. Like, let's play as much of this as possible. So, Zeke, I would definitely say check it out.
I'm
if you want to
downloading
co-op
it right now.
Yeah. Like, I will gladly co-op with you.
And that would even be better if you got someone that was experienced at the game, Zeke, but don't help them too much, Co. You got to let them fail. Because everyone else failed, and it was the best part of the game. So there you go. That's Total War Warhammer. It's out now for, I think, $60 on Steam. But I dropped 30 hours into it.
On GMGs with 20% offs, too.
Yep. Yeah. I think it was like 46, I think, with the GMG codes. And whatever other service, GTA, all that stuff as well. So, Zeke, what have you been playing besides Diablo 2?
I played Fallout 1 on Sunday.
Talk about it. I'll open it.
God bless it. It's so good. No, I probably had the wrong game at the wrong time. And I I didn't have enough, like, because I had a guest over, so it probably wasn't the best, like, game to play during that time. Because, she's not a gamer, and she kind of does. She's like, "What are you doing? What the fuck is going on?" I'm like, "Well, this is a point and click. You're gonna have to be a little patient." It's like, "This is fucking boring." Like, okay, maybe. And we switched up a little bit, like, I don't know, 2 hours in, but it was. I would like to go back to it at some point in time. I didn't read the instruction manual, so I just was kind of figuring shit out on the fly and hoping that chat would kind of help me out and that kind of shit. And I was punching the shit out of rats for the longest time until I realized I had a gun and a knife. So I was like, the rats would come and be like,
you were doing the brawler playthrough, right? The punch only playthrough?
I was thinking about it, I guess. I was doing it. But yeah, so and then I didn't understand how to move like on the map and stuff. Finally figured that out. And there's a lot of stuff that goes into like the point and click games that I forget. You forget like everything like holds your hand these days. Like,
oh yeah.
You forget to like some of these games back in the day. You had to read the fucking manual. You know.
I want to see
to get started,
Arcanum.
Dude.
Arguably one of the most difficult games to start in the CRPG genre is a game called Arcanum. It is brutal. You think Fallout's bad? Oh, it's a cakewalk compared to Arcanum. Yeah. But dude, so what do you think about the world though? Like, is this a game you could ever go back to? Did you enjoy it, or was it just like I'm not interested?
No, it's fine. No, it's great. I'd love to learn how to play it. Like, I'm sure once I learned how to like grasp all of the mechanics of the game, I'm sure it'll be fine. However, I will say that as far as like games I would like to go back to, like Diablo 2, like far outshines this.
Yeah,
understand
by a big margin.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
Diablo
this was a
2,
game
like,
that when did Fallout 1 came out? Like 90.
It was like mid 90s,
97. Yeah. Zeke,
people were saying like 18 years ago.
Fallout's the kind of game Fallout 1 and 2 are the kind of game where you can know exactly what you're doing and it's still difficult. Like it's by no means, they're brutal games. I mean, they're designed so you get critted in the right place at the right time and you will die. Like,
Zeke, you mentioned game manuals, and it came up during Total Warhammer where I was like, they have an in-game manual in that you can just bring up and like search. I think it's a PDF. But I really wanted,
like, fuck that.
Yeah, I really wanted an actual physical manual because I didn't want to read that. The Overwatch Collector's Edition comes with a full-fledged manual with like amazing fucking artwork and all of the abilities for all the heroes, even though they're in game. This is like the coolest thing I've ever seen. I know I'm totally shilling right now, but it's fucking awesome. That came with the Collector's Edition. I cannot like.
I still miss the Nintendo books, man.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I remember like sitting up at night, being 8 or 9 years old, and like going through like my Nintendo little mini manuals of like Zelda and like Metroid, and like looking at the artwork that is like, oh my god, I can't wait to fight this thing or meet this thing. And they look so cool. Like, and the story is so fleshed out in the books. And then you get to the game, and it's like, oh, I was hoping it was going to be looking like it did in the manual.
See, they even explain the levels here in the lore behind the levels in the fucking manual. Like,
yeah,
they knocked that out of the park.
And that's for
Shilling 101. This is for Overwatch, for the Collector's Edition. And look at this fucking gorgeous artwork.
Okay.
Look at this shit. That's so
they
fucking rad.
They do that with like Dark Souls, right? They do a pretty good job with that, with the backstory.
They do
the lore and stuff.
Well, yes, but I think that's Brady Games strategy guide, right? I've had the collector's editions for all of the Dark Souls since 2, and I don't think it's been. I don't know. You might be right. I can't remember honestly. I don't know what comes in those collector's editions.
I know they switched up. Like from Dark Souls 1, 2, into 3, like they switched between 2 and 3, who were putting out their manual.
Oh,
I thought I heard that somewhere.
I'd love to see those. Yeah.
But yeah, I played Fallout 1 for a little bit, and then I was like, someone suggested like, why don't you play a game that you can play with her? So we switched to Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, which is a good time that anybody can have. Oh, and we did the Helm of Woe. That's what we're looking at, like pieces of paper that tell us to do things. And I got a towel over my head so I don't see the screen.
Oh.
So I don't see her screen. I'm just looking at mine.
So I know that on the topic of keep talking and nobody explodes. Ko, I know you have a Vive. Have you tried it in VR at all?
No, not yet. The problem being is because like I to set up my Vive, I have to basically completely rewire and redo a particular room in my house, and it's going to be something that I've been putting off for like months.
Oh,
so it's much more involved for me. Than just stuff, unfortunately, because it requires you to put in like wall sensors,
right,
and like all this stuff. And I've got a computer on the way to because I couldn't do it in my computer room, but I needed a computer to run it. I didn't want it to be like 2 rooms away, so it's a mess.
So we had a guest
and I'm
on.
lazy. Make sure that's on top of everything.
Sure.
So
we had a guest on a while back, Sir Scoots, and he recently redid his entire room for his Vive. He redid his entire setup, which is quite a fucking large setup. He moved it forward. I don't know if... Oh, this isn't the stream explaining it. He basically has like, I don't know, 12 feet by like 7 feet behind him, and the entire room is green screened from ceiling to floor, with everything on the floor green screened as well.
And it's funny, you can't even imagine to get like a 6x6 behind you.
I know. I don't know how he does it. I think we'll have that next week.
yeah, okay.
No, the reason, because there's a bunch of fucking IKEA things over here. There's 2 IKEA things that I got to build, and I didn't want to put those in place.
Are we going to do clothes or are we doing pajamas again?
Only the top of the line stuff for you.
It's not pajamas. It's full-fledged shirt, man. Great shirt.
I'm kidding. I know it's a Aurelian shirt, and it's awesome.
There you go.
It just, on a grown man with a beard, it looks like pajamas.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
A grown man with a beard, you know what you look like? You look like Ace Ventura when he's in the mental hospital.
You're not wrong.
And he's doing that.
He's got the pink tutu on. The pink tutu.
Yeah.
Did Twitch?
Wow.
Whoa.
Thank you for that, Zeke.
I've never seen this before on Twitch VODs. Can you guys see that? Can you guys see this timestamp now that when you go to the past broadcast, it has a timestamp on what you've watched on that highlight or that past broadcast? That's new. I've never seen that before.
Really cool.
So
watch what now?
So look, we are 2 hours. We're basically dead center in this particular VOD. On the past broadcast, it shows you how much you've watched of that past broadcast.
Oh, okay.
That's damn cool.
I've never seen that before at all.
There's some really fun stuff coming to like VOD things, but I don't know if we can talk about them yet. In fact, I don't think we can.
Yeah, I don't think we can at all.
But yeah, needless to say, there's some really fun stuff coming to that.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing. Damn it, he deleted his VOD for it. Oh well. I wanted to show off because he like walks through his entire setup, and it was like a 30-minute setup. Probably only cool for me because I'm just a huge like hardware porn guy, but maybe.
I love how Scoots, by the way, Scoots After Dark is his thing, and he always abbreviates it on Twitter. So he's like, "Hey guys, tune in tonight for the SAD podcast or the SAD VR stream," and it's just like I had no idea for the longest time. I just thought he was capitalizing SAD, and I was like, "Oh,
yep."
Come on, Scoots, you're fun to watch.
Yeah.
Don't be down on yourself.
Yeah, come on, man.
He has been streaming a lot of VR though, so if you're interested, I don't know really if any other streamer on Twitch is doing a lot of VR stuff. He did like 7 or 8 hours of it the other night, and I think he plans on doing more. So definitely check him out. Anyway, Zeke, what else you been playing?
Let's see. What did I play? I really don't think. Let me hold on 1 second here.
What?
Hold
on. One thing they actually took away. You can't see
I played Salt and Sanctuary.
You can't see the game here anymore. Didn't they used to show the game and the highlights of what was in the highlight? Or what was in the past broadcast?
Oh, yeah, in the corner, right? They would show it in the corner, right?
I feel like they did.
They took that away.
Huh. I played Salt and Sanctuary for a little bit.
Did you like it?
I did. I really like it. However,
oh, God.
I played it on... Oh, yeah. And
I'm sorry I didn't mean to trigger you.
12 fucking hours of one boss screen and Bashi.
Oh, God. Did you
And I'll tell you what, about 10 hours in, I figured something out about the second stage. And now I'm like, I bet I can beat it now. I figured one thing out, and I'm like, oh shit! I got to the third stage one time for the first time ever. I actually made progress in 12 hours.
You know, the thing is, most people would be depressed about that to hear that story, but that is like the most uplifting thing I've ever heard of from you.
And they kept. Well, that's the thing. I made so much money I made like $7,500 from St. Jude that night because people wanted to see the torture continue. So it started off with 2 hours.
Yeah.
And it would go up in price it was $5 a minute. And then it was $10 a minute. And then it was $15 a minute. And people kept giving money to see me. And it ended up being a 12-hour plus stream because people kept giving money to watch me do this torturous activity. And also, I found that it was good to let them buy songs to play. Oh. They would send me donations, and they would have a YouTube link, and I would play their songs.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I saw.
So I heard a lot of like meme songs that I had never heard before. Like that, everyone was like, "Oh God, not this tune."
Speaking of meme songs, you probably heard. Metal. Did you ever hear Brain Power? You ever heard of that?
Brain Power. They played that twice.
Dude, I've never heard that song, and now I was watching Ello. He was doing the media donations, and I guess you as well. Like, that song is like a huge meme on Twitch that I've never fucking heard of. And it's the worst
I'll tell you this.
Song I've ever heard.
The really cool thing about Brain Power that I mentioned after the second time playing it was that the chat was like, it was like an orchestra where people were putting in caps their favorite lines from the song.
Yeah.
Like Brain Power, Overdrive, Atomic, Cocaine, like stuff like that. And then when the chorus hit, everybody was in sync doing that one line, that one that you see Nuffle doing. That one line, when the chorus came, everybody was spamming that. And then when it was verses again, everybody would put their favorite line in. It was like...
I've never seen that before.
Going apart and then coming together, going apart and then coming together for the chorus. It was actually pretty cool.
As someone who lives in a generation of understanding most memes, I finally feel like that old person who has no idea what the fuck the Brain Power meme is.
Dude, I always thought that was the System of a Down song.
The Toxicity song? Is that what you're talking about?
No. It's like A-I-O-U, the System of a Down song.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I didn't know that. Well, that happened.
No, I heard, so I heard Brain Power. I heard some baby metal, which is like high-pitched Japanese girl voices.
I've listened to baby metal before, yeah. They're not
I understand why it's popular. I can kind of dig it.
It's catchy.
All right. There was another couple of them that I hadn't heard before. There was one that was in I'm sorry, I don't know what language they speak in India. Is it Farsi?
I believe it's Indianese.
Indianese, whatever. It was like a very popular song in that language. That everyone was like, "Oh God, yes," or "Oh God, no." That's what happens when you play one of those songs.
Did you listen
God, yes, "Oh God, no." A lot of different opinions.
I could fuck up real
Bill
bad.
Played that.
That's a great song. I could fuck up real bad right now. Are you talking about Tunak Tunak? Did you hear? Was that the song?
Probably.
Okay.
Is it Hindi? I don't know. Yep, Tunak Tunak. That's probably what it was.
Did they just say that over and over? Do you remember?
Oh, no, maybe not that one. It was a different one. But
okay, anyways, go ahead.
There was quite a few of them that I went through. That was really cool. So I'm like, okay, I can there it is. Yes, Punjabi MC. That's what it was. It was
Punjabi MC. He's actually good.
Mundian Tubake. I don't even know how to say that.
I said he's actually good, like all Indian music's bad or something. I'm such an asshole. Let's continue on.
No, I remember that.
I'm starting to catch myself ever since I said interesting. I'm not interested. Now I'm listening to myself more during the show and realize I say some really stupid shit. And it's fantastic. So I'm going to keep calling it out for the entirety of the show and probably next week as well.
Oh, Chakaran? There was a Chakaran. Yeah, I remember seeing that.
I don't know.
That was another one.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
So
we did that. Played Sultan Sanctuary, which was really good. It was just really tough to play because that was the day where you could donate to take control of me over Discord. You could tell me what to do for 20 minutes. Okay. And it kind of put a bad taste in my mouth and in my hair because someone made me dump an entire like half a bottle of garlic salt like on my head and rub it in my mustache stuff. It was just, and it's my apartment still stinks like garlic salt. It's just awful.
That's
Okay.
But
For the
also
record.
they could tell me what to do in the game too. So they could say like, use this, don't do this, take off your clothes, you know, and go like fight them fisticuffs and shit like that. So I didn't get a real good play of Salt and Sanctuary. And also like I gave you that clip, JP.
Okay. Is this
During Salt and Sanctuary?
Will I be banned for showing this?
No, you
Okay.
won't.
Not,
Well,
there's
hold
no
on.
nudity.
Let's
It's just a light bulb and butter.
Let's preface this. This is what I would. You could see why I understood, or sorry, why I would say this about what we're about to watch. This is what I received. This is a highlight from my channel of me licking a light bulb and pretending it's your penis. Oh, and it has butter on it. So you could see why I would say, am I going to get banned for this?
But you
okay, real quick though, for the record, during this thing, now I was watching Zeke when he was playing Salt and Say. Oh my god, I didn't see this part.
Are you hearing what they're saying?
Nope.
This is Orbit Juice, one of the viewers that I'm sure most of us know for being like very funny with his donation comments and stuff like that. But he's telling me, I'll just run you through. He's telling me like, take a light bulb and put butter on it, and then put it in your mouth and say, "Oh, JP, oh, it's so nice." Tell him, say, "Oh, it's too big," and so like that. So he made me like do that. That was part. Well, he donated to charity for it, so it's fine.
I mean, for the kids.
Yeah,
Zeke's a charity
that's
slut.
like that's
What can we
he wanted
say?
me to do.
If it's for charity, he'll probably do it.
Well, and not only that, it's. I mean, look at it. It's funny. It's harmless.
It's harmless.
It's a little risque, but it's it's nowhere near TOS violation.
I would actually be afraid that light bulb would. I know you weren't like actually physically taking it, but if that broke in your mouth, that's bad news, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know. It was all lips. Trust me.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'd be afraid.
No teeth.
JP, it's cool. Zeke's got lots of
I'd be
practice.
afraid in both
knows the
situations if some teeth got in the way.
No, I
That
gotta
was-
say
yeah,
though,
that
I
was
gotta
pretty
say.
fun.
So during this, Zeke had, and he just said it. Zeke had this guy named Orbit Juice come in to his Discord, and I think I either rated Zeke or just dropped by after. And Orbit Juice is someone who is also, like Zeke said, he does funny donations, and so I knew who he was. I was in Zeke's channel for about 20 minutes. I was literally in tears. I was laughing so much at this guy. And at one point, the dude from Family Guy came in and they were like having a back and forth about like his prostate issues. And like it was.
And I didn't say shit. I was out of it. It was these two guys talking like on my stream, and I was just playing the game, just silent.
That's great.
It was amazing.
It was a lot. It was some of the most funny shit. And I mean, I got that from a lot of people. They're like, just messages here and there going, that was some of the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
I was I was crying. I was having issues breathing. I was laughing so hard.
There you go. So
It was amazing.
we didn't. You said that you're for whatever reason. I'm just now remembering this. You said you're cosplaying DJ Wheat and Casey Tron.
Real quick,
Yep,
Zeke, do you
not
have
at
a
the
link
same
to that
time.
highlight by any chance? Real,
Yeah, I get thrown in the chat. I got it on.
Yeah, if someo's got it.
Do you
Well,
want-
there's the light bulb highlight, but you can just look at my VODs.
Do you want me to
for
link the plays.tv stream, or do you want me to link your highlights?
Oh, just link the highlight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was only a 4-hour stream, so and most of it was that.
Okay. Gotcha. I'll get that right now. This is.
I think it
right
starts
here.
in the second. Actually, it starts after the first hour is done. So you want to like skip ahead like an hour if you want to start seeing like that.
Gotcha. Here's
And
the highlight.
dude, Zeke,
The madness.
Zeke was so into it. At one point, there's this one trap in Salt and Sanctuary where you run by it and this thing drops down and kills you. And by the time I left, like he had died to this same trap 5 times in a row. Because
I did.
He was like laughing so hard and interacting with
I
Orbit.
couldn't fucking concentrate.
Trying to do what Orbit Juice was asking him to. At one point, he had him write silent on a piece of paper and hold it up to the camera, and he was like, "Now, what do you see, Zeke, on the paper?" And like, it was, dude. Oh
No,
my
he had me write listen, and then he says, "You see how the words, you see how the letters in listen, they also spell out silent." That's what I want from you. I want silent from you.
That's
Silent
what I
and
need
listen.
you to do with your man pleaser. Is what
Yes,
he
my
said.
man pleaser.
With your man pleaser.
Nice.
That's what I need you to do with your man pleaser. I need you to be the silent.
guy sounds like he's,
what to say to these people on the interwebs.
He sounds like he has some experience, if you know what I'm saying. I'm just saying that
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying.
it was pretty great. It was pretty great.
It was amazing.
So there you go. When are you doing that again? Are you doing that again, Zeke?
Doing what?
This, bringing him on for charity and all that stuff. Is that going to be a future?
Oh, I
stream?
don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I've got the next 2 days, kind of like today and tomorrow are my last 2 days. After the show today, we're doing singing karaoke music stream,
Ooh, okay.
and then tomorrow is the day that I've been dreading since my mod came up with it.
Worse
He
than
actually
Boshi?
is here. He drove up from Denver, and tomorrow we will have bug and worm menu
Oh, that's
that
okay.
you can donate like $100. Like the higher the dollar donation, the worse the thing is.
What's the worst?
I don't fucking know, but there's shit on there like giant water scorpion.
Wait, and you're gonna
There's
have all
shit on
these
there,
things like right there?
enormous bug water thing. He brought him up. He bought him and brought him up from Denver.
Not
and we're
lot-
gonna go to an exotic pet store tomorrow to get like edible live things like
Centipedes
crickets
and stuff like that, and crickets.
and
Are you gonna eat them
like
live?
worms.
Are you
What's
eating
that?
them live?
Some of them.
Two-part question. You're eating them live on stream, and are the animals still alive?
Some of them are going to be alive.
So I've actually heard. I don't know why your brain recalls some very weird things sometimes. I'm sure crickets is on. You mentioned crickets, right? I've
Yeah.
heard that if you don't chew, they will actually like crawl back up your throat in some situations.
will.
So make sure to chew.
Oh, I'll crunch them good. I'll crunch them down good.
Because that could be maybe even worse than just
Can we?
the
Not,
activating.
I don't care to talk about it anymore. Actually,
Go with your
Okay.
blood
if
and
we don't
wine.
have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What time is that?
I think it's the 31st.
Zeke, what time is your stream starting, to be more exact?
Tomorrow, somewhere between noon and 1 PST.
Okay. Okay. Are you going to be under the creative food section? Because I mean,
I would not be surprised if I threw up a couple times, because I hate bugs. I hate them. I'm even getting a little gaggy, like even thinking about it. So
just
Dude, the things you do
I had to
for
do
the
something-
kids, man. For the
I had to
kids.
do something better than last year.
Are the values like very large? Are we talking like 100, 1,000? Like, what are we? Do you know?
I'll look at the menu because I looked at it once and I said we're gonna have to discuss this because this pricing is not right.
Okay.
We're gonna have to up the price.
Okay.
For some of them. I haven't
I
seen the
am-
bugs yet though, because I will look at the bug and go, no, this bug is like $50,000 minimum for me to eat it.
Yeah. That'll be an interesting stream.
Yeah.
I've heard some bugs are kind of like the. You just enjoy it, I guess. I've heard that some
I've got
bugs are,
donation goals like I'm gonna wear a cat onesie on stream for a day. You're eating bugs and shit.
look. Some people are on all bugs. To be
You're
honest,
taking this to a whole nother level.
there's a lot of
Well,
protein
it's
in
like
bugs.
it's like when you go like when you're in elementary school and your older brother looks at you and says, "Don't get A's because they'll always expect it from you."
Yeah.
It's kind of like last year I'd really like
One
had
up
some
everything,
like great goals and like good stuff like that, and like was like I gotta try and compete with that. Fuck.
Aurelian in chat says, as someone who ate ants for $5,000, I can tell you it's not fun. So there you go. Mix it with crackers.
I'll have some. I'll have some liquor.
$5,000?
She
Wait,
says
what?
to mix it with crackers.
I'm gonna mix it with liquor. How about that? Some beer, some liquor. I'll crunch them, get that good sound on the mic for you, and then wash it down with something alcoholic. So maybe I forget about it forever.
Okay. All right. I think that'll be a stream where,
Still don't want to do it.
This is
What's-
tomorrow.
yeah.
Yeah, this is tomorrow. This is the last day is tomorrow.
I'm bringing my PayPal and I'm gonna make your stream a living hell.
I fucking hate you.
What,
I love you. Actually, I love you. Because if we get through all of them, then I'm done. Then I don't have to just go real quick.
We'll make Zeke vomit for the kids.
Yay!
Are you at like 18,000 right now? What are you at? 17?
Yes, almost 18.
17,401 is the last thing I see on your stream. So
yeah.
if you're not above 30,000 tomorrow, I think you're doing it wrong. I think the pricing structure was wrong. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna definitely watch that.
I know there's people saving their money for the music stream and for the bug stream. I know there's people like that's why my last 2 days were kind of meh because there's people going like, oh come on bug streamer, come on karaoke stream, we're gonna do this.
You should also, Zeke, you know what you should have at the top of every other amount for the bugs? There should be like the God tier amount for you to stop.
I agree. Every time before you eat a bug, you should set like a $500 plus single donation for you to not eat that bug.
Yep.
Like every time.
And I can give it myself?
Yeah.
I did that once. I did that.
As long as it's for the kids, that'd be fantastic.
I did that to spark a rivalry during the cosplay thing because it was like coming down to like the last 20 minutes and I was like, well, it's real close, so let's just put 100 more for Dan's gaming.
Yeah.
And
so
then just like boosh.
Every time we're gamifying your donation thing. Every time you donate, the donation number has to be bigger for the next time to make you not eat that bug. So like maybe start really easy. So like the first one's like $50 and I won't have to do this. Then the next one's like 100, 200, blah, blah, blah. I think that'd be good. You should do that. Save yourself, Zeke. We're trying to help you here. We're your friends and we care about you and we don't want you to throw up on stream.
But then just in case I'm there, if they do save you, you should have yet another amount to indeed eat it.
That's true.
And then I will swing him with that one.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. You
Because
could actually do that.
And I wanted to eat bugs.
Dude, like auction off you eating these bugs. I'm totally into it.
You're doing auctions for eating bugs. I'm doing auctions on Friday and Saturday for Overwatch character selection. My God. We're in like two different worlds right now. Like,
well, that's like you're always gonna like do just fine with your shit.
you have over $15,000 raised for charity.
I know, but that's what I have to do. Because if I was like, hey, pick your Overwatch character, I'd be sitting at like $20, and it would be like, we don't care about this. But it's like, if Zeke is either throwing up or in pain, they're like, yay, let's see that.
So it's not a success unless you're
not
doing something terrible that makes you hit yourself, or in pain, or like.
Hey, I've trained my audience either poorly or well, depending on how you want to look at it.
Sure. Yeah.
I've said like, oh, Zeke will take a taser for, charity. Well, if he's just going to pick characters in Overwatch, fuck him. I mean, that's it. I just set the bar and it was stupid. I feel dumb about it now.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it. I really don't want to do it tomorrow.
It's all good.
Yeah, but it's good. Yeah,
we'll have your report in next week. It'll be great.
If he makes it.
If he makes it, yeah.
He doesn't eat the sombrero scorpion of Southern Nevada and gets poisoned or something.
I saw you finish. Did you finish Uncharted?
I never did. I got to the end, or got to like the last 5 chapters.
Oh.
And I was going to play it the next day, but something came up. I don't remember what it was, and I never did finish it. There's several games that I need to finish.
Okay.
That I haven't finished yet. I haven't finished Dark Souls 3. I haven't finished Uncharted. I haven't finished like all fucking just name a game, and I haven't finished it.
Gotcha. Yeah, definitely. I would say the payoff for Uncharted 4 at the very end is worth it. Definitely worth it.
So I hear.
Dude, the epilogue.
Yeah, the epilogue's the best part for sure.
Especially if you played the other ones.
Yep, it's good. It's good for sure. Ko, what have you been playing besides preparing for the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Blood and Wine expansion?
I've been playing Fallout 4 Far Harbor, and played a little bit of Salt and Sanctuary, a lot of Warhammer, some Overwatch. I've been kind of all over the board the last few days.
It's been a good time. There was like a 2-week period for, like the week leading up for me at least, but I'm not a huge Fallout guy, so I didn't even touch it. But this week has been exceptionally, like Overwatch obviously is fantastic, but Total War just caught me out of nowhere. So it's been a good myriad of games for everyone to enjoy for sure.
You know what, man? I gotta say, very pleasantly surprised with the Far Harbor DLC.
Really?
Like, I don't know if we talked about this last time.
We talked about it a little bit, but it was very first impression-y.
It has been a lot of fun. They're excellent story, really fun characters, a huge amount of new world to explore, like Rivals Point Lookout, tons of new mobs, new weapon types. They even add some new skills. I didn't even know that until today. Some new ranks for some perks. I've been having a blast going around it, and there's some pretty morally there's lots of morally gray stuff in the expansion that I really enjoy. It's kind of bringing Fallout 4 more to the New Vegas style, where there's not really a right answer. It's more picking a side than right and wrong, which I think a lot of people had very big issues with Fallout 4 because it kind of funneled you and shoehorned you into these predefined pathways. It feels like in Far Harbor, they're kind of getting back to the more New Vegas style. None of these are right. It's which more fits with your line of thinking.
Nice.
And keep in mind, I haven't finished it yet, but like I'm about, probably 75% through it, and it's been great. The story's been awesome.
How long would you say? How long have you spent already, and how long do you think is left?
I've spent well over 10 hours so far.
Wow.
And I have at least 4 or 5 to go.
So
I'm just getting to the part of the main quest where where you see like your various options for the ending. Like I'm working through collecting those options right now, and I've played about 10 hours.
I remember when this was announced, the big point of contention was the price point, right? Because it's $30, correct?
I think it's $24.99 right now.
Okay,
I
so
could be wrong. Yeah.
So far, is it within your purchase range, or
it will be when I'm done?
Okay.
For me, I use something that I've called it's called the $2 value system.
Right. Yeah.
If I feel that a game is worth $2 per hour, and that's arguably very low. I mean, if you go to a movie for 2 hours and you pay, $20 plus for the tickets and food and everything, you're paying a lot more than $2 per hour. But for games, especially ones that, I call it the $2 value. And by the time I'm done with this, I can already tell it's going to be around 15 hours, maybe even more when I fully explore all the map. I would say this DLC is very much worth it.
Gotcha. And it's not standalone, right? You have to own the previous.
No, you do have to own Fallout 4, and your character has to be higher level than normal. So it's anticipated that you've played a significant portion of the main game before you play this.
Gotcha. Cool.
But to be honest, this feels like the first DLC. Like there was 2 DLCs before this, the Wasteland Creator Pack, which added a bunch of building stuff, which is cool.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
Still doesn't address the basic problem of building in Fallout 4, which is there's no reason to do it, which really to this day really pisses me off, and I hope they address that later. And the first DLC was kind of like an addendum to the main world. It didn't really add any new areas, just a couple new locations, a cool new companion and stuff, but that's a patch. It's not a DLC in my opinion. This is the first real DLC, and I'm really hoping that as we see more DLCs for Fallout 4, which they've argued is the reason they increased the price of the season pass, by the way, I really hope we see more stuff of this quality. There was like a whole new vault in this one. Like there was a ton of new areas. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Some cool new weapons. I just finally got some new weapons. I've been using those, and yeah, it's been really good.
Is this still super easy for like a playthrough?
I'm playing, well, the way that it works is I did my 100% run on survival difficulty. But between the time of me ending my playthrough and now, they completely recreated the survival difficulty. So now the survival difficulty, you can get sick, you have to eat. The only way to save is by sleeping. Sleeping. You can't auto-save, you can't auto-load. There's no fast travel.
That's kind of cool.
They made all sorts of changes to survival.
That's great.
Because I didn't play my 100% run with any of that stuff in mind, it didn't really make sense to play it on survival there too, because like my character wasn't spec'd for it. None of my game had been ready for that. So I'm actually doing a new survival playthrough, probably sometime in June or July. I don't know exactly when yet, because I know it's going to take a while. And this one I dropped to very hard, so I could still do all the stuff that I wanted to do before. So
I just realized I'm ruining something, and that's the idea that streamers have more than 3 sets of clothes. Because you're wearing the same exact thing in this.
Literally, the exact shirt. This is my Enclave shirt. Yes.
So the secret's
I do
out.
also want to point out that stream was from today. So.
Oh, okay. Shit. Okay. Good save. Good. Nothing to see here, folks. We have a lot of clothes in the streaming world.
Shut up, JP.
Is there anything else you played, Co?
If there was, I'm not remembering it offhand. A little bit more Stellaris, I think, which is still a huge amount of fun. Funny enough, though, I gotta say, in terms of releasing, Stellaris releasing right before Total War,
Yeah.
like they're both so similar that now I'm seeing all the people that were streaming Stellaris
Switch
are
over.
now streaming Total War.
Let's
Like it's like the one game that could have stolen their
holy
thunder.
shit. So
Yeah.
I'm looking at Steam charts right now. I just want to see how many people were playing. Concurrent players right now for Warhammer, excuse me, is 88,000. That's actually like a lot.
Damn,
That's more than
that
I
explains
thought.
The Twitch stuff, yeah.
Stellaris was at around 40. Stellaris right now is Stellaris's peak players was 68,000. So what is total Warhammer is 111,000. So
Okay, real quick, a lot of people in chat are like, similar. How are they similar? So okay.
Oh, you almost got in
Obviously,
trouble. You almost got in trouble here, Co.
Yeah. Okay.
They are not similar.
Obviously, a 4X space opera and a Total War game are different. However, they are similar in terms of the audience on Twitch, which is looking to look at a long-term strategic campaign of a player investing a lot of time in a large-scale war scenario. That is the similarities. And the reason I call them similar is because I've noticed a lot of the viewership has been jumping between the two, specifically moving from Stellaris to Total War.
Right.
The games themselves are not similar.
So they
One's
both
4X
fall
and
into the LTS RD LTPQ RS category that you just explained.
Yep.
Yes.
I was trying to remember. I honestly was looking for a pen and trying to remember the initials. Like they both are real strategy games. I was trying to remember all the goddamn things. But
to be honest, even Steam charts is getting it wrong. I mean, Total War Warhammer has a tweet about Stellaris. So if they get them confused, they're obviously the same exact game. So.
But no, it's great because Stellaris is like a really fun 4X game.
I've heard it's really good.
That is the most fun I've had in a 4X game in a long time, months/years. But like Total War is just you get to the action quicker. The action's a bit more tactical. Like you have direct control of your units. You know, it's kind of like it's what people liked to watch from Stellaris exacerbated. So it's and I've talked, the reason I know this is because I talk to my viewers frequently about, hey, what do you like about this game? How do you like it? And I've had people that were like, yeah, I really like Stellaris, but I love how you have so much more control over the fights in Total War. And I like seeing you have that control over the fights. So, you know, it's become Total War has kind of assumed that mantle for now.
Sure.
And again, that's one of the reasons it's doing so well amazingly well on Twitch right now. By the way, great new game for new streamers.
100%. They also huge shout out to the. I don't even know if they're I don't know the titles of these people, but like whoever runs their social media stuff, they've been very, very good about being like, oh, you're a streamer? Yeah, no problem.
War?
Yeah, for Total War. Yeah, here's the key. No problem. Just stream. You can stream it right now. No embargoes whatsoever. Just have fun. And I think that's honestly why it spiked, at least for me, a huge amount of interest. Is I was just like, this was really easy. There was no fucking hoops or NDAs or bullshit. Like, you must stream the game X amount of hours. It was just like, here's a key. Yep. I hope you enjoy it.
Also, pretty notable, this was one of the first games I had multiple people from the company contacting me, just trying to give me a key and play. Yeah. Like, they clearly were very plugged into Twitch. They wanted to get the word out, and it worked. Right. I mean, this is a perfect example for game companies out there. Like, it worked. Like,
well, I mean,
this is a great example.
Who did I see? I think it was. I don't know who it was. I saw there was a bigger streamer on Twitch streaming. I can't remember who it was, and I tweeted out like, does anyone, any of the streamer friends have a contact for Total War? And within like 5 minutes, I had a key, without question, which is awesome.
See, the guy, and by the way, for any new streamers out there, the guy that really has been helpful, his name is CA_Dogbert.
Yeah.
And he's been awesome. Not only has he been like facilitating the Twitch community for this game, but he has also been like personally responding and retweeting tweets, and like he's been on the ground.
I think he's actually been streaming it as well on the official channel, right?
Has he? Oh, cool.
I think I saw him on the official channel once or twice, streaming it himself. So that
kind of stuff goes so far with us, man. It does. So far.
I saw you were streaming the Culling for their charity event. Was this?
Yes. We did a culling for charity event, and what people could do is they could donate $50 to have me freeze in place for 15 seconds, $100 for me to use a specific weapon, $150 to expose so I could actually bring up another streamer and watch them during the stream. And it was a huge amount of fun. We brought in like Anthony Kong fan actually contacted a lot of the normal culling streamers. We ended up like probably between 12 and 15 people every round. It was a blast, man.
Nice.
Unfortunately for me, like I don't even think I ended up getting a kill. Like they had just rebalanced Melee, and I hadn't played for weeks, so I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But it was still a huge amount of fun, and we ended up raising between me, Anthony, and Bike Man like over $8,000.
That's awesome
for charity in 2 hours. 2 hours. So yeah, it was really cool to see kind of the culling. It's one of those situations where you can go to a game on Twitch, bring that community together, and then everyone kind of benefited from it. It was really cool. It was really cool.
There you go.
Fun all around.
Let's talk about some news. I have been so overwatched. I don't know what the big news is right now. Well, Witcher 3 comes out Friday, which I think is what you were about to bring up. Reviews are overwhelmingly
9 10s,
positive right now.
Yep.
I think
people are saying it rivals the original content.
The Metacritic is a 91. OpenCritic is 92. I didn't watch the launch trailer, but I heard it was fucking awesome. So it seems like that's going to be a good ride, and that launches on the 31st. Is that Friday? No, Tuesday. Next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday. And
I
I have to do my Geralt cosplay for it.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Cool.
That'll look good, man.
What's up?
That'll look great.
Yeah?
Let's see.
You think he has the form for it?
I got my swords. I got my tunic. I got my wig. We're going all out, man.
You got the right attitude, just wooden and boring.
He makes the same joke every time, but it's always good.
I say it every time. It's a oldie but a goodie.
That's good. That's good. I'm looking through news real quick. I haven't actually looked at it, so this is very topical, or not topical. Just skimming off the top. Kotaku is reporting that a smaller Xbox One is coming this year and a more powerful Xbox in 2017. Would not be surprised now that the PS4 has been confirmed for the 2.5 shit. And also, Microsoft has done the different SKUs in the past, so that's not a big surprise whatsoever. It's about time for that to occur. I just hope it's more powerful to be able to run games at least 1080p 30. Sometimes they're struggling with that right now. What else? Oh, if you live in
Neo, definitely worried me in that regard.
What did?
Neo.
Oh yeah.
Seeing those options did not bode well for console gaming and high FPS.
Yeah, for sure. Apparently, if you live in New York, at the Nintendo store is going to have Legend of Zelda playable during E3 2016. So that's kind of a cool initiative by Nintendo. I wonder if we could just walk in there and like stream it. Just like walk in with like a
Periscope that shit, yo.
Yeah, just Periscope you playing Legend of Zelda. Periscope to your house, have someone capture the Periscope stream that on Twitch. Boom. Shit. Next level.
There you go.
Next level.
Right,
do it up. What
just like going to the new X-Men movie and having your phone out the whole time.
Yeah.
That's completely legal. It's got to be legal.
100%. 100%. There's not really everyone kind of got the fuck out of the way of Overwatch, it looks like. IGN's been running a lot of coverage of Final Fantasy 15. They've had a lot of exclusive blah, blah, blah videos. It looks like a Final Fantasy. You can't really tell much from that. Man, there's really not that much here.
This whole month has been kind of quiet.
I mean, everyone's kind of E3ing.
Total War has more viewers than Counter-Strike right now.
Really? Oh, I think Lyric streaming.
Lyric streaming it.
Yeah.
But that's still pretty impressive.
Yeah.
That's still pretty impressive. Division recently released a new thing. It kind of went under the radar for a lot of people.
Here was a fun topic of drama. Facebook / Oculus implemented hardware DRM to lock out alternative headsets from playing VR titles purchased via the Oculus store. So what Palmer Luckey said would never happen is already happening, where the VR world is being fractured and there's apps for the Oculus that you can't get anywhere else.
You know what, man? I'm gonna be kind of worried, or kind of honest here. I'm slightly concerned that VR was like an explosion. Like,
You think it's kind of dead?
A whole lot of people did VR, like with Vives and stuff, for like a week or two, and those same people have like that was it. Like, it makes me wonder, okay, maybe there's just not the good games out yet, but are we gonna see like AAA games ever be developed for it? Like, was that enough for developers to really start sinking money into the projects?
Yeah.
Or
I was
oh,
listening.
and yeah, as people are saying in chat, by the way, that DRM you just
They've
talked
already
about,
got around it. Yeah. One thing that I think is I didn't really, we've mentioned on the show, but I think once PlayStation VR starts showing what they're doing, you're dealing with a company when it comes to Sony that's actually made video games before, and they're not just a hardware manufacturer. So I think that might be kind of the I don't know what you would call it, the point where it really gets interesting with VR, because people who make games, and they make good games, are actually making software for this stuff, and it's not just it's not just mobile apps ported to the fucking Vive.
PlayStation VR though has me concerned.
In what
Because
way?
how in the hell are we going to stream that?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
we're talking about VR that's attached to a console. Now,
So,
granted,
everyone
you
said
can stream from PlayStation consoles, but are we going to have to stream from PlayStation consoles? Like, how are they? Is it going to have a video output?
I think
Like,
everyone
you're not the first person that said, hey, when PlayStation VR hits, then we'll see the main games roll in.
right.
But it's like, are Twitchers going to be able to do anything with that?
I remember hearing at E3 or GDC or something where they were showing a lot of VR, PlayStation VR stuff, that it outputs to the screen as well as the headset. So if that's the case,
we
then you just capture because like what?
Okay.
I would think that if you're selling
I heard the opposite. So
really, okay,
good.
well we'll see. I hope it's what I'm hearing, for everyone's sake, especially them, because they want to get it out to streamers and get more coverage on it. But it wouldn't make sense to me if you give something that's kind of like, a living room device, primarily used amongst people that are just gamers with friends, and they come and sit around with families, blah blah blah, like a set top experience, and all you can see is what's in the headset. Like, that seems like a major fuck up if that's the case from Sony, just because how do you get people interested in something that only one person can see in the room? So I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure E3 will probably shed some light on that at the Sony conference, which we'll be covering. So make sure to tune into that. Hideo
You'll
Kojima's
be there on Twitch.
Yeah, /Twitch. Watch Zeke.
Yeah.
Hideo's Kojima, or Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, Future Man. That's man. He nailed that shirt design. That's a really good shirt design.
It is.
Hideo Kojima's new studio is going to be capped at 100 staff, and apparently, I think I read he's kind of forming it after what Media Molecule as a company has done. Like, he's structuring it the same way, I think, is what that headline was. So that's interesting. As someone who made Metal Gear Solid 5 and probably had a fuck ton of development people on that, or devs on that, had to probably be a staggering amount. I don't know what that was, but it's an interesting tidbit of info about his new studio. I hope we hear more about that at E3. I hope big time. I'm cautiously optimistic about this. Like, he's a really great game dev, and Metal Gear Solid was incredible, but there are so many cooks in that kitchen right now. It's like, how, I'm hoping he gets to really realize his vision with this next project. Yep.
Because now that he's basically under the Sony umbrella, it's a little concerning.
For sure. Battleborn dropped to $40 the same day that Overwatch was launched, which is
after it had just come out.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being one of the people who spent $60 on that?
Now, did it drop 40 just for a little while or forever?
No, it's dropped. It's $20 off less than a couple months after release. Or how long after release?
a week? No, 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Oh,
2 weeks. That's basically, historically, that is death for a game. Like, that is the fucking defibrillator being used trying to resuscitate on that shit.
It's really interesting because, going back to something we've talked about earlier, I had a streamer buddy tell me recently that he had spent 40 hours playing the game in the last week.
Oh yeah, Elheim loves it. Yeah.
And it's kind of like, but then the next question is like, what you're one of the only streamers that I've heard has really liked it. Like, what is preventing you from streaming? Like what like if the people that really enjoy the game aren't streaming it, that's the line of thinking I go down. Like not him as a person, but if you really enjoy the game and you're not streaming it, like what does that say about the game? Like why would like it's just it's weird.
It
I
is.
don't know, man.
To put that
It never appealed to me enough for me to pick it up.
Same. Completely.
to put that in perspective, Battleborn right now, according to Steam charts. Now I don't know. Obviously, we're not. It can't track the console stuff, but it's got 2532 playing 37 minutes ago.
Holy shit!
It's 83 on the list. I don't know what that means.
For a new release,
a 2-week-old game.
That's less than indie status.
Yeah, I mean,
that just shows how good the game is.
Does it?
It does. It shows how good the game is, because I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who are just like, this game is fucking awesome. You guys are all idiots. And the proof is in the numbers.
All right, Total Biscuit, calm down over there. All right.
I know. I didn't want to say anybody's name.
To be fair, I just read in chat, someone just said that apparently Elo had problems streaming it. Okay. So maybe he did try.
Okay.
I did not know that. So maybe
funny enough, Borderlands 2 still has 6,000 people playing it on Steam. What the fuck?
Also, people that watch it on Twitch. Funny enough, there's like a little community in the Borderlands stuff. Yeah,
I didn't know that. I had no idea. Skimming through the news. What else we got here? Rocket League crossplay now arrives on Xbox One and Steam PC. So if you have Xbox One and PC friends you want to play together, that's a thing that's never been done before. That's kind of cool.
Wait a minute, they didn't already have that for like PlayStation?
They did, but never Xbox One. Xbox One never entered into the play with PC until just now.
Is there a reason behind that?
They've said reasons. I think a lot of it has to do with infrastructure shit.
I just wanted them. I wanted the quote to be. They just said quote reasons.
No,
that's all they said.
I think honestly, I think that's like the most that was ever told, because I think a lot of it is like hardware and infrastructure issues when it comes to the servers for Xbox Live.
Oh, okay.
Probably being like enclosed, or I don't know. I'm getting into things I don't know that much about, so I'm gonna shut up. Unravel 2 has been officially confirmed by EA. Did anyone play Unravel 1?
Wait, is that the Yarn game?
Yeah, that's yeah. It just came out like a couple months back.
Totally under my radar, man.
Didn't know that. I didn't check the game out at all. It looked cute though. Talos Principle 2 was announced. Talos Principle was that was a puzzle game with the mirrors and the fucking lasers and stuff. People really enjoyed that, actually.
I had a good time in that game for a couple hours.
Wait, no. Wait a minute. Which one's the Witness and which one's Talos?
Talos is the one.
Talos is the robot.
Talos is the one where you had to push stuff around. Like
right,
every area was like its own little push and
Witness was the line puzzles.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Talos has a very, very loyal and deep audience.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know what I did? I played Uncharted 4 multiplayer.
How was that?
That's
right. I told you it was pretty good last week. Did it turn out true?
I was really surprised by it.
Yeah.
Like I went in kind of expecting something not very interesting, and was going to get kind of bored of it after a few hours. And sure enough, dude, I had a really good time. Like they have a ton of different weapons, lots of different skills and passives, and you can like summon tiki heads to like blow them up and stuff. Yeah. Different, like tons of different play styles and weapons. You can swing all around. I was pretty impressed.
Yeah.
Like end of the day, I enjoyed it.
I
played a little bit off stream.
They're one of the only developers that can put out a single player like Uncharted has, and also ship like a not terrible shooter.
And the part that really blew me away is the multiplayer is very clearly developed in parallel with the single player. Like it's all the same characters and the same graphics and stuff, but it's a completely different game. Like it plays differently. It feels different. There's an entire progression system. There's a currency system where, you can spend real money on it, but the only stuff you can spend real money on is cosmetic stuff. So it's like there's so many parts of that. When I was streaming, I was just kind of like, you know what? They really did well. Like this, I like the way they did this, and I like the way they did this, and this is pretty cool. And I like the way they did this. And I just kept finding myself saying that throughout the whole cast. It was very pleasantly surprising. If you have Uncharted 4 and you haven't tried multiplayer, I definitely recommend checking it out.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Speaking of Uncharted 4, the first week sales surpassed 2.7 million. So good for Sony.
What did?
Uncharted 4 sold sold 2.7 million, I think is the number around that. I think that's pretty much. I'm just kind of skimming through this last stuff. I think we're good.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, I mean we're right there at the end. What comes out next week? Witcher
Blood and Wine. Just a couple weeks after that, we've got No Man's Sky.
So that's what I was about. That's probably the next big game, right?
That's the next really big one. There's a couple little gems between here and there that could be big. It's one of those things where it's like, it's either going to be a wave on Twitch or no one's going to play it. But there's a few little things like that between now and No Man's Sky, but No Man's Sky is definitely the big one. That is the most hyped title in terms of length of hype.
I'm calling flop, man. I'm calling flop.
You think it's going to flop?
I'm calling flop on it. I don't know. I'm not like super in depth, knowledgeable about it.
Yeah.
But I just have a feeling about No Man's Sky that it's going to be like, boom, and everybody's going to be like, yeah, oh.
Dude, I still haven't watched that video.
I think I'm cautiously optimistic about it. Maybe he's
people in chat are saying the new Mirror's Edge comes out soon, and also the next episode in Hitman. And I gotta say, dude, I really enjoyed the first episode of Hitman. But I haven't played the second. I'm not excited for the third, and I seriously think that for some games, episodic works.
That it doesn't work for Hitman. Yeah.
One of them. Hitman's that kind of game that you just want to sit down and you want to play through the story and see what Agent 47 does, and you want to get that stuff done. And it's like some games episodic works for, but it's very hard for me to keep my excitement up for Hitman in the episodic format.
I was watching some Giant Bomb content, as I tend to do a lot, and they were doing. So they put in. Hitman has this thing now which they were doing, which is one try missions, like kill missions. And so if you fail, you can never attempt it again. But if you succeed, then you get like an in-game skin or some shit. Like you get rewarded some way with in-game stuff. I don't know if it's a skin or something, but that's a pretty cool idea. Like I think that's an interesting way to take. Again, I haven't played it, so I don't have any actual opinion on the game itself. But a Hitman game where you have one try to kill a guy, and if you don't, then you don't get the reward is pretty fucking cool. It's kind of like the daily stuff for like. It reminds me of the daily stuff for like Spelunky or whatever, like who can get the highest score. So that stuff is interesting. I'd definitely be, if I was a huge fan of that, I'd be eating that shit up.
I like the idea of like real consequences. I mean, as real as video games can get. It's like, are you sure you want to try it? You only get one shot. You better be good. Better be careful.
Yeah, for sure. Here's a weird, random news, but Mirror's Edge to be adapted for TV.
I can see it.
They're going to make a TV series?
I guess. It's going to be adapted for TV. Whatever that means.
What does that mean? Adapted?
I think it means
that means they make a TV series
story and do something they're going to take the characters in the world and probably do something completely different from the game.
They're going to do what a lot of games a lot of games fail to do, which is actually have a good story and make it better and hopefully put it on TV.
Well, to be honest, the story in Mirror's Edge was never like
it was never a big point. You're right.
Yeah.
It was always faith is outside the government's law.
Evil government cracking down.
We're free, just like we're free to run Mirror's Edge.
Well, that probably is actually a better route than going something like story heavy. Because if they made an Uncharted, like television series and they fucked it up, or they made Nathan Drake's attitude wrong, they'd be like riots in the street. But like for something that's kind of like you got a basic story ish, like you can really push the edges of it.
Zeke.
If you like. Also, I think it's a good series to do that too because you have attractive female lead,
right?
And you have fucking your action scenes are already kind of part of the the canon. You have to put in wall climbing and all this kind of shit,
parkour and all that crap. Man.
Parkour, yeah.
I hope. I haven't even seen the Doom movie, but I hope they don't do that kind of thing with it, where it's like It's just complete.
Oh, you never saw Doom?
Some of it. I never saw the Doom movie.
Oh, it was so bad. It was so good though.
But I really like that multi-minute section that's just 1000% fan servicey.
It was
so
awesome.
It's like you're watching the Mirror's Edge pilot, and like all of a sudden out of nowhere, it like puts the main character's hands in the front of the screen, and she's like running down stuff and like doing flips like we would in the game, and it's just like no.
Zeke, on the top, two things on the topic of Uncharted, I saw that they're doing a movie for it. The movie has actually been in works for a couple of years, but instead of Nathan Fillion, who's literally a fucking 1-to-1 to Nathan Drake,
right?
Mark Wahlberg is supposed to be playing Nathan Drake.
Yes, it's going to be bad. Oh, I'm so happy it's going to be bad.
I don't know if that's 100% confirmed.
Mark Wahlberg?
It's going to be bad. It's going to
be our beloved Nathan Drake.
I read a rumor. Excited. I don't know if that's changed. That was in the back of my head for whatever reason. I saw that a long time ago.
Oh, I'm so excited now.
I'm actually pretty excited.
If it was Nathan Fillion, I'd be like, yeah, of course.
Of course.
But he'd Mark Wahlberg, I'm like, oh God, it's gonna be horrible.
All I can see the whole time is him going, say hello to your mother for me.
Yeah, say hi to your mother.
Like that's gonna be the whole thing. That's gonna oh my God. Tell your mother I said hello.
No. I'm gonna do it.
Oh,
I'm gonna jump over this thing. Say hi to your mother for me.
Early reviews of Warcraft are saying it's not that great. In fact, it's actually like a 40% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Anyone surprised there?
I don't think so. Some guy
Warcraft movies like Half-Life 3. No matter how good it is, everyone's gonna hate it.
The best part was there was a guy and I didn't say anything during the chat because I didn't want people to go read it. But there was a guy during like the 22,000 shitty or crazy viewership that tried to spoil the Warcraft movie for me and said something in it. And he said like one line and I was like, I literally do not give a fuck about the plot of Warcraft. I really want to shit on this guy so bad, but I didn't want people to read it who might actually get upset. But he was like, I'm going to spoil Warcraft on Twitch. That's what I'm going to do today. That's how I'm going to live my life today.
Hey guys, did you know the orcs get beaten?
Yeah.
Speaking of spoiling stuff, there was a moment on Twitch, and I felt like it was fate, or the guy had like some sort of like anonymous backing, like the group Anonymous, like control, because this guy came into my channel and started spoiling the end of Uncharted 4 in all caps, spamming it, and we couldn't time him out. Like there was global mods, and they're going, we can't do anything. Like no one could time this guy out. I couldn't ignore him. I tried to /ignore him, couldn't do it.
That's
and I was like,
shit.
What the fuck is happening here? Like
now,
there was a period of swear to God, like it was synced up where someone knew or orchestrated a time when you could not, like for 10 minutes on Twitch, you couldn't ban anybody or time them out or ignore them.
That's happened before. There was a time where
actually
like at this time, this guy was spamming spoilers to Uncharted 4.
Dude, it must have
over again, and we couldn't do
there was a period of time when we could not time people out of my channel. Like the mods were trying to be super quiet about it in mod chat. They were like, hey, Co, just a heads up, we can't time out or ban anyone right now. And we haven't been able to for like 3 minutes.
It was really weird because we went on Twitch support and they were like, we're looking into the issue of not being able to time people out. Because I thought it might just be my channel. Nope, it was Twitch wide for like 10 minutes.
Why would they tweet that? That's like a fucking calling card for people to go and just be asshats.
All of my mods were like, read this, but don't read it out loud. Like, just do not say anything about it.
That's great. That's great.
Well, no, that's how we found out it was happening.
Oh,
because I was talking to my mods. I was like, why isn't anybody timing this guy out? All right, I'll do it myself. Oh.
We had the... Well, I'll tell you guys. I was going to tell you something that happened in the stream, but I don't want it to be public. So I'll talk about after the stream because it's actually pretty fucking crazy. The other thing, Zeke, has nothing to do with video games, but Preacher on AMC.
I haven't watched it yet.
How was it?
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah?
Is it good?
Yeah. I watched it with someone who had no interest in the comics, just watching it, has no interest in the story, and they were interested in watching it again. And so to me, that's like a selling point, and like they did a good job.
I'll give it a chance. Because I'm really, really like... Preacher was one of those, like one of the 3 comics that got me deep into comics. Like it was The Sandman, it was Preacher, and it was this little dumb title called Strangers in Paradise.
Yeah.
That I just love. But Preacher was one of those that anybody can pick up if you're not like too squeamish about swear words or, nudity. Like it's really, really easy to pick up. The story is easy to follow. Powerful main character, colorful side characters, fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And you learn to really, really love the main guy because he's just this badass dude who just walks through, like a fucking, like he's from Texas, which he is.
Yeah.
Just walks through like he's big as shit and no one can fuck with him.
They
Really start to like that guy, and I want the series to be like that.
They nailed it. Like, Cassidy is a fucking lunatic.
Awesome.
They
actually got an Irish guy.
They got an Irish guy, I think, and like he completely nails the character. There's a part where it's the pilot. It's not even a big spoiler. There's a part, Zeke, where he basically has to jump out of a plane. And because he's Cassidy, which you know what that means, he jumps out of the plane without a chute. And in the next scene, he's laying in a field with about a fucking 20 feet hole. And it's just his guts and body fucking everywhere. Yep. And his face is just there. And he's kind of like, help.
Yep.
Is there anyone around? He's just laying there. Awesome. Yeah, he's just hanging out. And they nailed that character. And then Jesse gets in a fight. And they go full on.
Oh yeah,
just fucking.
JP, last week I
am a Transmetropolitan fan, by the way, Cat Nerd. I've read all of those too.
What's up, Cole?
Last week I saw you tweet about trying to find a VOD service for Preacher. Did you ever find one? So
yes, I'm actually using Sling TV, which is it's just like a VOD system, but it's actually it's not a VOD. It's live TV, but it has networks in it. And so it's like $20 a month. There's a 5-day free thing. And all these.
You have to watch it live?
So you have to watch it live. But they have like a schedule. So you can set ahead you can see when it's going to be playing next on the AMC channel on Sling TV and kind of set yourself that way.
You know when to watch it live.
You know when to watch it live, yeah. As far as I know, I couldn't. And this is. I spent 5 minutes. Oh, Preacher. Okay, Preacher's. I'm going to pay the $20. I'm going to watch Preacher real bad. It's coming on in 20 minutes. Let's watch that. And that's how I watched it. I think it's also
no place I could go if I wanted to watch it right now. There's no place I could go to watch it.
They might have it on their website. It wasn't up on Sunday right after it aired, but it might be on the actual AMC website. I'm not too sure. I haven't looked. Cool. I could go look right now. But I also think PlayStation Vue, VUE, which is PlayStation's TV thing, you might be able to watch it there. And I also think in the UK, Germany, and some other place, you could actually watch it on Amazon Prime. But apparently full episodes
on the AMC website.
Yeah,
awesome.
Apparently it's full episode. I'm looking at it right now. I'm not going to show it on stream, but yeah, full episode for the next 127 days is on AMC.com. So there you go. Just watch it there. Awesome. And it's an hour and 30 premiere too, so it's not 45 minutes. It's good. Go watch it. The next episode doesn't happen for 2 weeks though. I'm really fucking pissed off about that.
I can't wait. Oh God, I can't wait, man. I can't wait until I see what they do with the voice of God and all that kind of stuff. I'm excited. Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
I talked with Wheat, and I think they're gonna slow roll the show. They have to
shut up. Enough. Let's just end the show right now because I gotta go.
They gotta introduce everything slow in that show.
I'm sure they do. Now shut your mouth. Shut up. Shut your mouth.
There you go. You really gotta go.
I gotta pee.
Why does this neckbeard keep talking?
There you go. Zeke's actually. I'm just slowing this out. Cody, some shout outs.
Okay. Hi everyone. Thank you so much for watching. As always, it has been a pleasure doing this show as it always is. Big thank you to Zeke and itmeJP for the co-host. Great discussion today. No guest, but a lot of fun. My name is Co. We have 3 days left in our St. Jude charity event. We have some fun goals set up, and we're going to be doing some Overwatch stuff, more Total War, some Fallout 4. Should be a good time. So yeah, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate y'all being here. Thanks for watching.
There you go, Zeke. Some shout outs.
Yo, what is going on? Where are my 4R boys? What's going on? I broadcast every day, noon Pacific, usually doing my St. Jude stuff. We're doing karaoke party tonight. We got some special guests on here. My brother's supposed to be coming over. We got one of my mods, Mr. Scott Evans, is going to be on the show. Yippee Skippy is here. We're going to be doing singing for our supper, singing for donations, actually, to St. Jude. We got today and tomorrow left of the campaign, so follow my Twitter for updates. I'll let you know when I'm going live and what's going on. Today, it's just going to be like you pay money and you get in the queue for songs to be sung by me and my guests and that kind of thing. Hopefully my brother will be bringing over his acoustic guitar so we can actually maybe do some stuff live. But that's all for me. Thank you to Co and JP as always for having me on the show. And we'll see you later today. Probably starting hour-ish.
Fantastic.
So, thank you. That's it.
Fantastic. Zeke, you got the guest next week.
Okay. Sounds good.
So who's the guest next week?
My mom. It's going to be my mom.
Awesome.
You
Well,
know,
no, it's mother of a
I'll probably
professional
forget
streamer.
and I'll order a pizza
yeah.
and get the pizza guy to come on.
Bring the pizza guy. Just let me
Yeah.
know because I need to know at least, at the very minimum, an hour before the show starts, so I can get everything made for it.
Well, there's tons of people that probably want to be on the show that haven't been on the show yet. So
Okay, there you go.
I'm sure I can get at least one.
Okay, fantastic stuff. All right, that's going to do it for the show. I'll do my shout outs afterwards, and we will see you guys next week. Same time, same place at the new time, because everyone fucking forgets 5 Eastern every Wednesday, not 3. It's
Yep,
going to
and
have
it's always
every
on
week.
JP's channel because that's the way he wanted it.
Yes, 5 Eastern. I'm just going to 5 Eastern every Wednesday right here. Or you can watch it on Co's and Zeke's channel if they're hosting it, which they usually do. So there you go. We're out. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.